Welcome to Star Citizen. So, how to start out as a new player? First things first, you might find yourself in a scenario like this. To get out of bed, you can hold down the F key and look for get up, or you can press the Y key, which is an exit or stand up. Now you can use the scroll to manage your speed, your movement speed, and you can double press the F key to open doors or interact with certain objects. But holding down the F key and hovering over the object can give you more options. Double pressing F can be open or interact, store, something like that. Now F4 allows you to get the third person view, and with holding down the set key you can actually look around. If it's your first time in game, it can be a bit of confusing, so to the elevator, down to the lobby, and off to the space station. Now you might want to press F12 to hide the chat. That is, if it's bothering you. If you need to ask for help, you can always do that. If you need to get to a specific floor, you can actually scroll on the pad on the right. But yeah, most commonly if you come out of this place, you're gonna want to go down to the lobby. You probably won't have as much things as I have in the inventory, so there probably isn't much for you to do here. And the character loadouts should be rather similar to what I am equipped with. What you're wearing is not armor, it's your undersuit and your space helmet. It offers minimal protection and you only have a pistol. You cannot grab any weapons in this safe area. You can buy weapons, you can interact with certain multi-tools med weapons, but you cannot interact with pistols or any bigger weapons. This is actually an active event, what you saw on the right there. It's, active, realistic commercials in-game. But what you need to do, or want to do, is look for signs in this area. What we are going to do is go to the spaceport, and this is the transit platform. Providence platform. This is where we want to go. There we have the hospital, and on the left we also have a bit of a store, shop, and there should also be the trader somewhere there. And behind us to the right, or back in that big building over there, we have an event that I believe has been disabled for a while, and you can actually check out a couple of ships there. So we can sit down, holding down the F key, and even here we have the commercials active right in front of our eyes. Annoying, but hey, it's an event at the moment in game, so you can check out these ships or inside of those big gigantic ships. If you truly want, you can actually see the time up there and the next stop. Now, there's going to be one stop along the way before we get to the space station. I believe that is kind of like the cargo center. You can buy yourself some mining equipment, things of that nature. I believe there's also a map of certain transit routes, which you can see at the stops, but you just need to look around a bit. Now, at first, this can be a bit much and confusing. I picked the easiest town to get started at the moment because there's an event going on here. If it's your first time, you pretty much want to do the same things. You want to look for signs written somewhere. Spaceport right here, for example. You want to look at the boards, the maps, the directions. Something might be on the ground. Wherever you want to go. To the store, to the space station. It doesn't matter. You just need to look around and it's pretty much logical. It might take a while to get the hang of the location or understand where what is. In truth, the cities look big and beautiful, but the areas which you're gonna most likely be able to move around, you want to go around, are rather small. And it can be a bothersome at first, but eventually it will be pretty easy to navigate around. Well, what can you really do in-game? You can press F1 to open your mobiGlas. This is where you have most interactions. On the low part, you have all the little tabs. This is the main chat. You have your friends here, you can contact landing services, everything like that. The second one is your ships, or your vehicles in general. You can set them out, kit them out, put better generators, shields, weapons. You can swap everything out, but you just need to have it in location on this planet, in this station. And even on this station you can see the sign, Augustus Tunnel of Spaceport. So next up we have kind of the inventory system. Here you can open pretty much all items, all the ships and everything that you have. You can go deep into inventory to check what you have. Let's say you're in another planet, you want to check perhaps another space station, want to see what's on your ship. You might want to check if you have enough reserves at certain locations. So at Portfolio Store I got a couple of weapons, armors and magazines. Next up we have the map of the solar system. Now I'm not gonna go into this, I'm gonna do this when I'm gonna do the ship introduction. Next up we have the trader between players. Here people can send you money or your friends can give you money, you can give money to your friends. Next up is the contact manager, and let's start from the beacons. Beacons are player missions. Then we have the history, which are your completed missions, accepted current missions. Personal, there are some criminal missions here and other nifty missions. Appointments and so on. Now, there are mercenary missions, bounty hunting missions, investigations, deliveries, searches, everything like that. Most mercenary missions under the general tab are usually first-person missions. There are exceptions, and most bounty hunting missions are your ship missions. And there are some exceptions as well. Now, delivery missions usually are safe, search can be safe. Occasionally you may stumble upon a hostile inside of an old broken down ship or something, but yeah, usually safe missions are on the top. This next one is the vehicle tab. I'm gonna go over this when I'm talking about the ship. Basically, you can resupply and refuel your ship. Not much more to say about it. Then we have the journal, which is, well, there's just a bunch of in general information here, your jurisdictions, informations, everything like that. And if you're a trader, trade alerts. And the last tab is reputations. Here you can unlock better missions with higher reputations. Basically, all 4 of the big planets have their own reputation, and then there are some extra ones like the Link Family Hauling, but the Civilian Defense Force and the Bounty Hunters Guild can somewhat overlap. And your general tab to see your health and everything like that. Okay then, back to Spaceport. I've been pretty much running around and I've gotten to the Traveler, which is the renting station. You can rent some ships here if you wish, and some land vehicles or hover vehicles as well. Most likely you want to head up towards the hangars, as it's written right here. Before I forget, there's also hunger and thirst in game, so you can actually quick buy or just buy these items if you wish. I suggest quick buying, then you can pretty much instantly interact with them and you can drink them right away. Although you do need to remove your helmet, so it doesn't just work like that you're going to consume it through your helmet. So right now I'm carrying it actually in my hands, but I'm going to have to remove the helmet. So what I need to do is just hover over my helmet, drag it and drop it. That is what you can do with most equipment. You just drag it and drop it where the little indicator says. And well, yeah, this is how you drink. You can buy food, drinks. Many drinks actually help you fill up the nourishment along with the thirst. But don't forget to put your helmet back on, because once you should exit in space, you're gonna suffocate real quick. And yeah, it took a little roll. I got many items, but in general I don't really expect to wear anything when I'm doing bounty hunting missions. Don't really need to go to extremes. But let's get to the ship finally. And well, here are the terminals and the elevators. You're going to interact with this terminal to bring yourself a ship which you wish to retrieve. You may not have as many as I do, so I think I should pick something starter one, probably. No, let's pick Mustang Alpha, that will do. So you will retrieve it, it will think for a while, and then it will show you where the ship is. You just need to go to the elevator, and from there just look for Hangar 6. You can actually see the little arrow pointing where your ship is. You can hold down the F and zoom in if you wish to see it more precisely. Hangar 6 and the ship's name. Yeah, the elevators are bugged lately, I don't know why. Now, it said Hangar 6, so not a talking port. Once again, using scroll to scroll down. At first time it was kind of confusing, but eventually it's pretty simple to understand. Now here you can actually pay your fines if you have any. But just to be sure, let's double check. Now, it should think for a brief moment, but yeah, I've got none. So, once again, if you're gonna go for your ship, you need to hold down the F key to interact with it. You most likely want to get in. This one is just a cockpit ship. It doesn't really have any interior, so you can't really move around inside, carry boxes or drop boxes inside your ship. But it does have somewhat nice firepower. So holding down F key, you go in once again, and I guess this is where I call it quits. I'm gonna make a ship video another time. Anyways, thanks for watching.